This is the showstopper, one of the best salmon recipes you'll find. Unfortunately, my camera skills aren't doing this dish any justice. Great and easy recipe to whip out when you have your family over for a barbecue. Easy to make, everyone loves it, and for some reason everyone thinks it's super elevated. Without further ado, let's grill some salmon. Alright, so here I have 2 cedar planks. These you can buy online, you can get them on Amazon. Fire and Flavor has these. You can also go to Lowe's. Sometimes they'll come in bigger slabs, so you could use it for an entire salmon if you want. But I have 2 little ones. So we're gonna soak these in water for about 1 hour. What this is gonna do is gonna make sure that it doesn't catch on fire. If you were to put this in completely dry, you'd put it on the grill and it would just catch fire, then your whole dish would be ruined. So you gotta soak these for about 30 minutes to an hour before you start cooking. All right, now we're gonna start our glaze for the salmon. Super easy. Has 6 ingredients. First, we have maple syrup. Always use pure maple syrup. When you walk down the syrup aisle, you're gonna notice there's a million different syrups, and syrup is just like olive oil. You wanna look for the one that says 100% pure maple. What that is the sap from maple trees. It's reduced down to concentrate the sugars. If you go for pancake syrup or a different type of syrup, it'll work, but it's not gonna have the same flavor. It's not gonna be as complex. What that's gonna be, it's gonna be corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, a little bit of maple extract for flavoring, and then a lot of food colorings. And a lot of added sugar. So you want to go for the pure maple. It's going to be about twice as expensive, but trust me, with the complex flavors and pure maple syrup, it's going to be worth it. Then we're going to add apricot glaze. We're going to do a 50-50 mix. So the amount of apricot that you use, you're going to use the same amount of maple syrup. Now, since both of these are very, very sweet, we're going to offset it with just a dollop of whole grain mustard. Now, the whole grain mustard is also going to add a little bit different of a texture. You'll notice that as soon as you start mixing it, it's going to have like little beads in it. It's just a nicer texture and then offsets the sweetness, like I said before. Next, we're going to add a pinch of cumin. What cumin's going to do is it's going to give it an earthy flavor, but it's also going to make it a little bit warm. It's going to be one of those spices that kind of warms up your body, so that's why we add it. It's going to be a nice addition to the sauce for us. And then we're gonna add cayenne. I go a little heavier on the cayenne than most people do. I really like the spiciness of it, and I think it goes really well with the apricot. So cayenne, just a little bit of heat at the end. It's gonna be subtle at the very end. It's gonna be nice flavor, trust me. And the last thing we're gonna add is a splash of lemon juice. All right, now we're gonna give that a good mix. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's what we're looking for. That's gonna be the glaze for the salmon. Beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Now the grill is preheated, so with planks you can do 2 things. You can warm them up with the grill, that way they start smoking before you put the fish on, or you can wait for your grill to preheat, put the fish on the plank, and put it on the grill. Here's the difference. The difference is going to come down to the flavor, and it's all about your personal preference. If you want more smoke flavor in your fish, then put your planks on the grill before you start cooking them to get them smoking. So here I'm just seasoning with salt and pepper. Notice these salmon are skin off. For most dishes, I would recommend skin on, getting a nice sear, and then using the skin for presentation side up. But in this case, skin off since it won't have an opportunity to crisp up. Now I'm going to lower the heat and let these smoke slowly. Once the salmon are smoked about 15%, I'm going to start adding the glaze, and we'll glaze 4 to 5 times until my salmon hit a nice medium temperature. For me, I typically like a fatter center cut, but for this video I use an end cut because that's what I had on hand. With a fatter piece, you can cook longer, allowing the wood to smoke even further, infusing your salmon with that nice smoky cedar flavor.
Thanks for making it to the end of this video. I'd love to hear from you if you have made this recipe and what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments. Until next time, guys.